Good morning. Good morning. How are you? This is so exciting. I love being here with you in the morning. I'm a morning person. It's just how I am. But it's really cool and I love about live video and our social media platforms is if you're not a morning person, you can be hanging out with me. It could be afternoon or evening and we're hanging out. So I love that. I am going to be walking through with you ways to get your days organized and systems for growth. So thanks for hanging out with me. My name is Trish Russell, and a little bit about me. I'm a mama of three, I'm an Army wife, and I'm a life coach who focuses on developing habits for success because we all want to be successful in some form or fashion. In an area of our life, we want to rock it out, whether it's staying home, it's caring for our home, it's fitness, it's being in the community, or business. I love working with people to develop habits to grow in their business. And that it filters out. It filters out to relationships. It filters out to life. It filters out to your home. So today we are starting the meat of our challenge. It's a 5-day challenge. And the systems that I'm going to teach you, if you've been with me for a while, hello, Jamie Joe, Facebook, what am I going to do about it? If you've been with me before, these may sound familiar as we go through. However, don't tune me out. I'm actually going to walk through it with you live, how I implement these systems, because I have used these simple systems for ages. And when I say ages, I've used them for a long time, and I've got them really streamlined in the last year, where these specific things I teach you, I've used when I've driven cross country with 3 small ones in a van from Illinois to California. And then 2 days later, went to Germany. So I was out of my home for 2 months and I still grew my business, made an incredible goal, achieved big things. And then also when I got back, when you're gone for 2 months, it's kind of crazy to get back in the swing of things. Has anyone else been derailed in life? You're moving along and then boom, something happens and all of a sudden you're topsy-turvy, you don't know how to get back on track, and you're just overwhelmed and stuck. Well, these systems I have used in all my seasons. Also, when I was inspired to write a book, which is now in the editing phase, in 30 days, I was my whole world. I was not planning on it. It was not something that was part of my plan. It was part of his plan. And then I raised 3 babies. Are you kidding me? Who has time to write a book? I use these systems and I was able to figure out what I needed to say no to, what to say yes to, and really get clear and focused. So I'm here to share them with you and also to walk you through. I'm going to do one live. I'm going to do a big brain dump for a big event that's coming up so that you can see what it's all about. Now, what I'm doing in this 5-day challenge, I'm not sending you an email. I'm inviting you to sign up for it, and then you have access to my mini course. So it's a 3-day mini course. And you spend 3 days in that course and it will change pieces of your life. It will help you get clearer. It'll help you get focused. It'll help you feel confident because you will have a new system that works. It's not hype. It's not questionable. It works. I use it all the time and I use it with my clients. So hop on in. The link is going to be below so that you can jump in and join the mini course. And what I love about how I've set this up is we're really busy. You don't need one more thing to remember. You need to know to hang out with me here. You need to know that you can come over to ourmodernvillage.com, which is a great Facebook group of women who bond around these things and community, getting better at our systems, focusing on habits. Here's the thing though, you don't need to look through your email for a challenge that you went through. I love that for other people. I think it's great and it is something that I've used in the past. But I really, because this is a mini course, I keep it in a place for you that you can always go and access. And that's how much I believe in it. So you can sign up below. If you're just squirreled or you're catching this a week later, you can just watch the videos and I share the content here too. So let's get started. And it's the brain dump. Today it's the brain dump, the to-do list, and the schedule. And so here's where people get stuck. Have you ever gone and written out your to-do list, all the things you need to do? So you start writing, and you're writing, like it could be this long. You've got this long list. You're like, okay, I need to get the oil changed. I need to get the kids' lunches packed. We've got Valentine's Day coming up. No, Valentine's Day is coming up. Do you need to get Valentine's Day cards? And then do you need to write the Valentine's Day cards? And then do you need to make a snack for the Valentine's Day party? Okay, you see where I'm going with this. There's a lot going on. This doesn't even include taking care of your home or doing something for yourself. I didn't even mention your business. We haven't even gotten to your business and half your page is full. So that is what we have historically considered a to-do list. Well, that's not the to-do list anymore. It can either, I call it the brain dump. It can also be called a master task list, is another word that I use to throw around because people do like familiar words. So I'm going to do this live for you, a big event I've got coming up, and the things that I need to do. I haven't brain dumped it yet, and I thought, you know what, we're doing this challenge. This will be a great opportunity to show them how I actually brain dump or write out a master task list, and then how I sort it into a manageable to-do list every day so that I'm not overwhelmed, feeling frustrated, then beating myself up because now I still have the rest of my to-do list. I mean, if we're going to do a to-do list, let's get it done, right? In that day. Unless, everyone gets sick. Then just, it's a whole different ballgame. And then I'm going to share with you how I'm going to schedule it out. I'm giving you all the behind the scenes, all the nuts and bolts. This is a lot of meat. So if for some reason you're busy, save this video. There's a little, that down arrow on your news feed. Save it, come back, because this is awesome. This is good stuff. It just gives you behind the scenes and real nitty gritty detail. All right. And the other thing I want to share with you too is with what I get is, this is why these systems are so valuable, is, just today, this is valuable. And I'm going to have 2 more days of stuff I'm sharing with you. And then I'm going to give you an action plan on Friday. What? I'm all about action plan. Give you great information. Let's go implement it. That's my thing. Implementation. Love it. So what we do is we're going good for 3 to 5 days. Sometimes we can be going really good for 2 weeks. Have you ever been there? You're going well, you're getting a habit, and you're moving forward. And then all the kids get sick. You go on vacation. You have visitors come out of town. You have a week where you just went after everything and you got tired because you went after, like what we're doing, home renovation, and you're still managing life, and you've got family coming into town, all these different things. And then you're just derailed and you don't know how to get back on. And this is the cool thing. What I'm teaching you today, you apply any day of the week and you will get back on track. When you get back from vacation, the night you get back from vacation or the very next morning you do this. Your kids have been sick for a week? Okay. When you start to feel out of the fog, do this. Same day that you start to get out of the fog. Do a brain dump, everything I'm about to walk you through. Sit down and do it. You will be back on track in less than 24 hours. No matter what is going on in your life, you apply this. Again, how do I know? I've been doing these systems for a year. I've been teaching on these systems for 10 months. And then I've been using them in my life for a year. And these are systems I've always used, but now this is the specifics. And again, so much results. And my business has grown. I'm moving forward. It's awesome. So, brain dump. I have a big event where I have a mentor coming in. I won a VIP day with an amazing woman. And then, hi, Karen. Good morning. I have a amazing mentor VIP day that I won. She's coming in next Saturday. I'm hosting a luncheon for 2 hours for people to get time with her. And so this is a free event I'm putting on for people. I just want to share the love. It's just my style. It's how I am. It's how I'm wired. But I still need to make sure the details come into place. I'm doing well, Karen. How are you? I'm super excited this morning. So I'm going to brain dump it. Brain dump my VIP day. So what I need is a treat. I need coffee when I pick up this person. So coffee on pickup. And then I have gift bags I want for everyone who comes to the luncheon. Gift bags for luncheon, which those need to be done. Oh, that's reverse. Never mind. I will show you that one specifically at the end. So coffee on pickup. I need gift bags for the luncheon. Oh, I need to decide what I want her to train me on. So decide on training topics. Don't worry, I actually know most of those, but I need to write it down and get a notebook ready just for that day. So decide on training, which means I may lose that. So we'll have to put that in a special spot. Have you ever had that happen? It's crazy. You have everything sorted and then you misplace something. Decide on training topics. I also, final count. I'm going to need to call the restaurant. Call restaurant with final count. And then I also want to have a gift for her when she arrives. So I want one for the family, for the kids, and for her. So that is 1, 2, 3 gifts. 3 gifts ready to go. And then I also need to finalize dinner. So finalize dinner / itinerary. And then I will also want to clean my car. You want to make a good impression. So clean my car, clean my van, which isn't bad, just needs some vacuuming. Clean my van, fill up the gas tank. Can you imagine having to get gas that morning? That would be stressful. So fill up my gas tank. And then also I'm going to want to make sure I have notebook and pen for myself, because that would be frustrating to not be prepared for myself. So that means I'm just going to start carrying a notebook and a pen in my purse. That's just how we're going to roll. That way, worst case scenario, I'm good to go. Oh, Jamie, that's awesome. I'm glad you're loving this. I was praying that this would be helpful and not, because, we just need to know this, right? My phone and my laptop need to be charged. So on that day, I want them to be charged. So phone charged, laptop charged, and then we'll stop there. So that gives you a good idea. And off the top of my head, that's what comes to mind. What I would then do is when I get to a point in a brain dump where I kind of am ready to stop, I set my timer for 10 minutes and I keep going. And if I just sit there and doodle, that's fine. Something will come. But I set a timer for 10 minutes because there's all these things left in those cobwebs back there. And you have to write it down. Oh, I'm so glad. Yes, Jimmy Joe, I jump around so much. And what I do is, a big key to this is keep your brain dump in one spot. I keep my brain dump in my planner. There's a notes section. It's really awesome. I have monthly notes, so it works out really well. And I got a new planner from Target, and I can brain dump really in a new format, which is really fun. But I'm showing you what will work for any planner and what I've been using for 6 months, for a year, but 6 months in a planner I use as well. Is in the note section. You can keep your brain dump right there if you don't have a place where the months are with the calendar. Or pick one color notebook and put it in there. I have different colored notebooks, and so this is my content one. So I'm writing it in there because I'm sharing my content with you. And then I have a purple one for gratitude. I have a black one for business, and then different ones. So keep it in a notebook or keep it in the note section of your planner if you don't have a note section in the monthly tab. So now I have all this. And this is where people go, great, Trish, that's awesome. I took 20 minutes and I wrote it all down. I feel better. And now I'm looking at this list, which I also now have to do with life. Because again, there's going to be more details, right? It's just going to come. There's going to be more details. What do I do? What do I do, Trish? Thanks. Now I feel better because it's out of my head. But now I have all this stuff I have to do. Ugh, then it's a really, really happy feeling. People feel relieved. And then they feel overwhelmed. So it's all natural. It's normal. And I'm going to show you how. All right, we had a question, so I'm going to scroll back. Which planner did you get from Target? I will have to show you. It's over on the desk. So I'll take a photo and drop it in the comments. Because it just has 2017 on the front, and it's brown, and it has 2017 in white lettering. So I'll have to show it to you. I need one for my live feeds. That would be awesome. Yes. I just have a content notebook, and it is so helpful, Karen. So the next step is we have the brain dump, and we're going to break it out into a to-do list. If you go and sign up for the mini course, free mini course, you get my to-do list. I've already formatted it. It's ready to go. You can print it off. And it's formatted in a way that it's 2 per page. And then you can flip it over, and then you have 4 to-do lists so that you can use 1 piece of paper and get almost a week's worth of to-do list. So on there, on the to-do list, I have a frog. That is your non-negotiable, must get done that day. That's personal, that's business. It just has to get done. Mondays for me, my non-negotiable is date night when we first started that. Now that we're in that rhythm that has freed up my mental capacity, my habit forming mental capacity to where date night's date night. I don't even think about taking calls or clients or checking things because I formed that habit. It took 90 days, almost 6 months to be able to get it where it was on autopilot, but now it is there. And I'm super happy about it. It's great. Karen, yes, I can drop that. I will drop the link for the mini course when I get off. And then, or if Jamie Joe, you don't mind, I shared it in the post yesterday. So if someone doesn't mind grabbing it, that would be amazing. But I'll definitely drop it in after I get done recording. So with the Monday night, date night, I had to make that a habit. Now that has freed up to where something else can now be my frog, which for me most days is working out, because I get to 2 weeks of working out and then for some reason the habit doesn't stick, which is normal. It's human nature, but I am dominating it. I'm taking it out. We're taking it out. That's the bottom line. So if you have a special event, if you have, you need to put your self-care on there. If you have a client you need to get in contact with, that becomes your frog for the day. Your non-negotiable, where not the world will end, but it won't go well if you forget this. So that's your frog. And then you have your 3 musts complete. And then you could stop right there. Depending on the season of life, you could stop right there. You could have a frog and 3 musts to complete. Me, I am in a season of growth. I'm in a season of reaching out and intentionality. So for 4 days of the week, for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I have a frog and 3 musts. And I keep it at that for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because at those times, I'm focusing on my family. Now, Monday through Thursday, it is a frog, 3 musts, 2 steps towards my goal. And then the other part is, if I am really on fire like this weekend, I will be in an opportunity where I'm also going to do work in this as well. Where I am going to... Oh, no problem, Jamie Joe. We're going to do 2 steps towards my goal. I do those Monday through Thursday. I will also be doing it this weekend as well. So if you have a time to ramp up, use the longer to-do list. If you have a day where it's a lot of family focus, then do the shorter one. And then per request, I added this, which is 3 things if you are just on fire that day. If you're rocking things out, you're getting things done, you have a spot to pull more from your master to-do list, your brain dump. All right. So what I like to do is the way I farm it out. So I know I have a frog and I know I have 3 musts. Now I have my to-do list, my brain dump, my master task list, and I need to make sure this doesn't become my to-do list. So, I'm looking at it. I'm going to walk this through. On the day that I see the VIP, coffee on pickup is a must. So that is going to go that's a must. Let's see. Call the restaurant with the final count. That is a non-negotiable. So that is going to be a frog. Do you notice I have not put dates here? This is just streamlining the information. So I have my master task list, and now I'm deciding what's a frog and what must be complete. It lets you know the tier of oops factor, honestly, because things fall through the crack when we have a lot going on and we have big things. And so if we have a lot of non-negotiables, that means, okay, so this event is next weekend. If I have 7 non-negotiables, that means I am going to start working on it today and figure out how I can get those non-negotiables done today. So do I merge your notebook stuff? So actually, Jamie Joe, I'm showing you this because I'm on here, and I will go put it on my planner. I brain dump only in my planner now. I'm only doing it in a notebook to show you what I used to do, and because it's and it's for content. But I always put it in a planner. I put it in my monthly notes section and nowhere else. Don't put it anywhere else. But if you don't have a planner that is brain dump master task list friendly, or maybe you don't keep a planner, maybe you keep everything in your phone, then grab a notebook and it becomes your master task list. Okay, so go through and decide what is a frog and what is a must do, because these may all be frogs, and that's what I'm going to walk you through. Great question, Jamie Joe, by the way. I love your questions. All right, so my laptop and my phone being charged are frogs. These are non-negotiables. They must be done. So I'm going to put frog next to it. I'm going to put an F. Let's see, notebook and pen for myself, non-negotiable. Can you imagine? Okay, in front of my mentor, one of my mentors, and I don't have a pen and paper, not happening. So that's a frog. Again, non-negotiables. Fill up my gas tank. That is a must. The reason why it doesn't have to fall in the non-negotiable is if I have half a tank, we'll be fine. And I can always leave a couple minutes early. It'll be fine. So that is okay. So, okay, I see what you're saying, Jamie Joe. Okay, so that'll be a must. So I'm putting an M. Clean my van. That is non-negotiable. I will not be embarrassed. So a frog. Finalize her itinerary and the itinerary for the day. That is a non-negotiable. 3 gifts ready to go. Non-negotiable. Call the restaurant with final count. Non-negotiable. Decide on training topics. Non-negotiable. And gift bags for luncheon. This is one of those that could become a must-do. However, for me and the level of excellence that I provide and just the kind of person I want to be and to really love on the people that are coming and the feel for the event, this is a non-negotiable. All right. Well, the gifts for the gift bag or gift for the person coming in. Because for the gift bag, I'm not sharing, they're a surprise, but I can share afterwards. Because one of the people on here is coming and I don't want her to know. I want her to be surprised when she shows up. So on here, I have 2 things. So I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 things. Both. Okay, Karen. I'll answer your question when I come back. So I have 11 things on here. 2 are musts. 9 are non-negotiable. That could be intimidating, couldn't it? I don't know if you think about the fact that on a given day you have 1 frog to complete and 3 musts. All of a sudden I have 9 frogs. And the reason why I have 9 frogs is because this is an event I'm putting on. This is a special day. This is a big deal. It's like Christmas. It's like Easter. It's family vacation. It's date night. There are non-negotiables. There are times where every piece is non-negotiable. And that's another reason I wanted to share this with you, is to show you how to take a really important event, something that means a lot to you, just like if you're going to move forward in your business. If you're going to make $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $500 a month, there are a lot of non-negotiables, frogs that go into that so that you can move forward and grow. So here's how we take away the overwhelm. Oh great, 9 frogs in one day, Trish? Are you kidding me? No. That's not what we do. So on the day of, these are non-negotiables. So here's how I turn them into musts, or here's how I get them on my schedule earlier. Okay, so coffee on pickup. The reason why I say that one is a must do is if I forget to grab her coffee, when I pick her up, we will go directly to the coffee shop. It's okay. It's a must do. If I don't show up with it, which I would like to do, so I'll show you how I'm going to do that. But, it's one of those, if I miss it, okay, I can backtrack. not backtrack, but adapt. Adapt and overcome. So, coffee on pickup, must. All right, so a frog for the gift bags for the luncheon. Okay, I'm going to do that ahead of time. So that's going to happen ahead of time. And then I'm going to show you how I schedule things out. Decide on training topics. That will be done ahead of time, because then I also want to make sure I'm preparing by reading which I'm already doing, but reading, listening, researching on that particular topic. Call the restaurant with final counts. That is the Wednesday before, or the Thursday before. So I can go ahead and schedule that Thursday before event. And here's the cool thing. I can now downgrade that to a must, because I will get it done that day. And if for some reason I miss it on Thursday, just because, again, the world ended, I can do it on Friday. But it's a non-negotiable for Saturday for the restaurant. So Thursday before event, I'll put it on my schedule. So you can totally come and visit, Karen. That'd be awesome. So Thursday before the event, 3 gifts ready to go. I need to get this done this week, or I will be stressed next week. So for me, that is on my to-do list today. So today, I am going to get those ready. I already have one, but I need to get the other 2 squared away. Finalize her itinerary. So I'm going to reach out to her, and I'm just going to confirm itinerary. Send initial note. I don't know if you realize I'm reverse engineering as we're talking about this. Reverse engineering is where you set a goal, you get a master task list, and then figure out how to do it. So just, if you hear other things happening, that's what I'm doing. So send her a note, and then if I need to follow up, I'll put that on my list. So I'll send her a note confirming itinerary today. And then clean my van. All right. And then I think about my schedule. I think about my husband's schedule. I think about my schedule. I think about when I have a babysitter, when I can have help. So for this one, we're going to get this done this week, because next week, I don't want to be stressed about this. We have so much other stuff going on, and I really want to have time to get excited and not just be a basket of nerves in crazy town. So fill up my gas tank. So what I'm going to do to make this happen is I'm going to fill up my gas tank this week. I don't drive around enough for it to be gone by next weekend. So I'm going to fill up my tank this week. So this week. Oh, yeah, good. I'm glad you're realizing that, Jamie Jo. And then the next one is a notebook and pen for myself. I'm going to put that in my purse today. Put in purse today. My phone charged and laptop charged. That's going to happen the night before. And this is where having systems in place for your life are really helpful. What I did is yesterday I bought a phone charger, and it's a phone case that actually has extra battery life for when I go on trips. My husband is very much like, okay, babe, your battery died and I can't get a hold of you. And it's kind of annoying now, and it frustrates me. So I got a case for my new phone that is bigger. It holds more battery power. It has an extra juice pack on the back. I'm good to go. So I will make sure that is charged. And so what I'm going to do just to check on it is I'm going to set a reminder in my phone. So find ways to get around this. Plug in your phone every night if you have the jack right by you. I don't. Mine's downstairs. So for me, I need to plug it in first thing in the morning. It's not going to work the day that I'm hanging out with her. So I need to set a reminder to plug it in maybe during dinner that Friday night before she comes in. So set a reminder in my phone to charge. And then for my laptop, I always plug that in at night, right by my computer and where my desk is. So just continue those habits so that I'm good to go. And I don't have to worry or wonder or have it on my brain. Those habits are in place. Because this is such a big event, I am going to set a reminder because life happens, right? Oh my gosh, does that happen? So I'm going to set a reminder in my phone today. Okay, now this is where I farm it out on my schedule. Today is a good day. Today's a good day to get things done and get ahead on things. I am home for the day with the kiddos. I don't have a lot of errands to run. We don't have homeschool. So we have a little bit, but we don't have co-op. So it's a great day to get things done. So now what I'm going to do is go through and circle what I'm going to do today. And then from there, will go and look at what I'm going to do tomorrow, which tomorrow I would do one thing rather than more, because tomorrow's a busy day. Thursday, I have 2 play dates. So that's going to be one day. Friday, we have co-op. That's going to be one task to get done. So today is my day to get a lot of things done. And this is what's really helpful. When you brain dump, do your master task list, decide what's a frog, decide what's a must do, and then, pardon me, farm it out on your to-do list. Now this is a pretty complicated one. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because there's a lot of people who hang out with me who've done this, but getting it to the next level can be difficult. And so this is a pretty complicated task list because I want everything to go well. But do you see I've kept it pretty simple? Grab coffee, make sure my gas tank's full, clean my car, have lunch, gift bags. It's not crazy complicated. I'm not trying to figure out how to, I don't know, there's so many other things I could do, like worry about where we're going to go for lunch, or worry about what we're doing a luncheon, but worry about dinner or breakfast, or have things in her room to greet her when she gets there. Well, it's one of those things where this is my must get done. And if there's extra, great. So I want to share that with you when you're planning birthday parties for your kids, or planning special events with your husband, or doing something nice for your siblings or your parents. It does not have to be grand and huge. It does not have to be something that stresses you out and causes anxiety. And I live with anxiety, so I get it. It doesn't have to be this big blown thing. However, I can tell you, if I don't get anything else done but this list, it will be an incredible day. It'll be a successful day because it's done with intentionality and purpose. And I showed up on point in the areas that mattered, put my best foot forward. By the way, made me think, I gotta have an outfit for that day. So again, as we're talking and you spend time, you find out what else to do. So outfit. I would like to get my hair trimmed because the dead ends, you can't see it because of the way the video, but I need a little bit of a hair trim. Again, best foot forward. Outfit, hair trim, and then I need to check my makeup supply just to make sure. So that will be that. And as you can see, there's a lot that I could get done today. So I'm going to go and circle the things just to continue to show you how detailed I get, but then it just makes it so much easier. Because again, tomorrow I've got a full day. I have space to get one thing done because tomorrow night we're finishing demoing our bathroom, and I have clients and I have kids. So tomorrow I can get one thing done. Thursday I'm doing a lot of social interaction with my friends locally and pouring into them. So, and them pouring into me. So that means one thing to get. I have space for one. Friday 1. Saturday, Sunday. So how many days do I have between now and then? I have 7 days. So I have 11 things on my list. So that means if I do one thing for 7 days, I will be on point, because today I'm going to do 4. So I'm going to go through. I'm not going to keep you on here while I decide which 4, but I'm going to pick 4 things I'm going to do. Oh, now it's 5 because of the outfit. Okay, because that's a frog. So I have 5 things I must get done today. So Tuesday, I need to take 5 things off this list. And again, that's where I have my big to-do list is a frog, 3 musts, and 2 steps towards my goal. My goal is to put on an awesome event and enjoy it. I don't want to be worried about all the details. I don't want to be worried about my outfit. I want to have that squared away ahead of time. I don't want to be worried about my car. I want that taken care of. I don't want to wonder if I'm putting my best foot forward. I'm planning ahead so that I do. And I'm being intentional about where. Hi, good morning, Bonnie. And so I have 5 things that must get done today. And so then I have Wednesday to Wednesday, and that's 7 days. And I do one thing each of those days, that means, and I'll go and I'll put it on a schedule. I have Thursday and Friday if I miss something. I'm not running myself up to the last minute. I'm not waiting until the final moment to get things done. I'm doing one thing. Today is going to be a bulk of getting things done, but then I'm going to take one thing for 7 days. That means I still have space to work in my business. I still have space to work in my family, pour into them, love on them, be in community, go and have a pedicure or manicure or go do something. So this is the power of the brain dump. This is the power of the master task list, so that you do not feel that you have to get everything done today and right now. It is not physically possible. However, today's like today where I'm going to get ahead of the power curve and be really, so if I have a moment where I'm kind of like, I just rather sit on the couch, rather not get all this time, all this, maybe I'll just do 2 things today. I know I can, but I'm going to pay for it later. And sometimes I have where I'm like, okay, if something comes up, at least I now know the margin I have. Now if you're being lazy, get your butt up and go do it. But if something comes up, you now have margin where you're like, this came up, this thing happened. All right, I got 2 things done. Now, if I do 2 things tomorrow and 2 things the next day, I'll still be on track. Because here's the thing, you want to stay as much on track so that you give yourself cushion room, because you're dealing with humans, which is you as well, and things happen and they come up and you want to have breathing room. I know breathing room's not always available. However, I'm a week and a half out and I have breathing room. So when you, again, brain dump it, master task, and simplify, stay focused on the big picture, what really matters, and you don't go all crazy over the place, you will get it done. And be able to do it where it doesn't consume your entire identity, which then kind of sends you into crazy person, and who wants to be around that? You don't even want to be around that. So the other level, so I've shown you how to brain dump / master task list. I've shown you how to take all that information and put it into a to-do list. Now I went pretty detailed here because in the mini course, I show it simpler, but I've had a lot of feedback where people are like, I'd love to just sit down and watch you do one. So that's what we did. Went into great detail. You can get a simpler version over at the mini course, which I'll drop the link below. And it's a free mini course and you can see what that is all about. And it's good to hear things multiple times so that it sinks in. And then I've also shown you how I schedule it and how I actually take a list of stuff I have to get done, and I put it into bite-sized pieces so that I'm showing up where I want to be, where I need to be. I know when I need to be there, and I know how I'm going to get it done. And here's a little piece I'm going to share with you. This I reserve for my one-step community, my membership site, my clients. I'm going to show you a piece of it, reverse engineering. And that is where I'm going to share with the gift bags for the luncheon. So you have a goal, you have something you want to do. Now you need to think about how you're going to get it done. In my head, I think big and small picture simultaneously. It's a gifting. And so it's hard to explain it, but as I wrote down the gift bags, I knew that was going to take 4 steps at least. And that is 1, to pick up what is going to go, I already know what's going to go in the gift bag. So I need to purchase the materials. 2, I need to get my marketing on there because I'm going to give it away, but I want them to know who gave it to them. 3, I've already lined this up. I contacted someone who will be at the luncheon and I've asked them to be there to set it up so I don't have to that day. And they said yes, they're amazing. And then the 4th piece of that is I want to do, depending on how many people come, I'm still working on the numbers, confirmation, I want to have a seating chart so that people can sit next to each other and I've already taken that out so people aren't that awkward, weird, do I sit here? Do I sit there? Do I sit with you? What do I do? And I can set it up to where I know the people that are coming and I can set them up, put them at ease, also write notes in there, thanking them for being there and putting their name on the gift bag. So I need to pick up the supplies, need to get my marketing on there. Then I need to write the notes, put a seating chart together, and then I get to hand this all off to this lovely woman who's going to set it up for me. And then when people walk in, they'll know where to sit. They'll know they're going to be around people they know. And then it's been given an experience. Again, it elevates the experience rather than the whole walk in and do I sit at this table? Do I sit at that table? That just frustrates me. So if you can do seating charts, sometimes it's better not to. So what I want to share with you, what I just did right in front of you is reverse engineering. You have a goal. I want to have gift bags at the luncheon when I arrive because I don't want to deal with it that day. I have other things to focus on. So I need to go through what goes into that. So reverse engineering is rather complex if it's new to you. If you want to know more about reverse engineering, if you have a specific goal and you want me to reverse engineer it with you, send me a note. And this is one of those pieces where the nuts and bolts, the hows, the behind the scenes, I work with people in One Step Community. I love it. It's an awesome membership site. So that was a lot of information and it was a big training. This is pretty much a training module. And so I hope that you are more confident now when you go and you release the stuff from your brain so that you can sleep better at night. And when you wake up in the morning, even if you wake up later than you expected or something happened, you have a system that you can go to now and go, okay, all right, I was going to do this, this, and this. The kids woke up late, or I have to take them to the doctor, or I got a flat tire, or the things that happen. I'm thinking all the things that have happened to friends in just the last week. You can go, all right, I'm going to readjust because I know my frog, I know my 3 musts, and you can look at it and go, all right, is there a must I can take off of here and move it to tomorrow? Here's the other thing. What I do is if you can plan out your week of frogs and 3 musts, if I get behind because of whatever, your frog always has to get done. But if I get behind on a must, then I bump it to the next day. And if you have not written your to-do list, just start over. That's something that people do. They will start to, so then you had 4 things you're going to do today, and then you weren't able to, you got 2 done. So then you add the 2 to your list tomorrow. Now you have 6. And it might be one of your busiest days. You're outside the home. You have, maybe you have church that night or sports that night with the kids, or you have a crochet class. And then all of a sudden now you have 6 things to do on one of the busiest nights of the week. Absolutely not. Do not do that. Take those 2 things and spread them out to when you can get them done. If they must get done tomorrow, then take something else off that list and put it on the next one. Or what I actually have gotten into the habit of doing is I do a to-do list the night before. I do my brain dump for the week and I keep it going as I go. And then I do it the night before because things are changing so much that I don't want a to-do list in front of me. So I get to the end of Monday, like last night. So I have a list that is only 2 things done. Now I have that sitting in front of me and I'm looking at my to-do list for Tuesday. And I'm like, oh, great. How am I going to get all this done? And then that feeling starts to set in. And these processes, this system is to eliminate that. So what I like to do is I have my master brain dump, and I've gone through and I've shared with you when I farm it out as a frog and a must do. And normally there's a lot more must do's than this because there were a lot of frogs on here because of the type of master task list. And what I'll also do is if there's anything that has to get done on a certain day, I will write the day, like, oh, this has to get done on Monday. This has to get done on Tuesday. This needs to get done on Monday as well, because we do have time-sensitive things that must get done. And then if it does not have a hard and fast day where it needs to get done, then I leave it, I don't put a day next to it. It stays on my, okay, rest of the list. And then I take it as I go and as I have time, because we need to stay focused on what must get done when. And I'm going to speak into this because I'm going to wrap up. But I want to speak into this. When you get into this habit of the master task list and the to-do list, and you are still finding that you don't have the time to get it done, even with what I've shared, and you're implementing, and you're doing the habit, you might need to say no to something. You need to step back, you need to look at what you're involved in, and you really need to think about saying no for a season and not being involved in so much. If you have 3 frogs every day, you may need to reach out. Let's talk. I'm really good at having those tough conversations with love and grace, because we are meant to live on this planet with intention and joy and happiness. And yes, there's stress, and which you learn to live with, and it's a good thing. And we learn to, and there's seasons where we just are cultivating the soil, working and working and working. But we're not meant to live in a place of, we're not meant to live in a place where it's constant agony and struggle all the time because of our commitments and our to-do list. That is not why we live there. So, best yes, and living in that place is really, really powerful. So, oh no, Jamie Jo, I haven't read Eat the Frog, but I've been trained on the frog stuff so much that it's like I have. I feel like I have. All right, hop on over, grab that mini course. I'm going to drop the link below. I'm Jazz. I'll be with you again tomorrow at 7 a.m. and we're going to go on to the next step of the system. This was pretty intense. There was a lot of information. So if you have any questions, let me know. Private message me, comment below. I'll be back on here, and I just love getting to start your day off on the right foot with the right next step. I'll talk to you later.